Tony, delighted to have you here today. Thank you so much for joining us. Very impressive career, 30 years as a professional interim executive. On top of that, you are chair of the Institute of Interim Management. Firstly, how do you differentiate between a temporary shock and a true inflection point that demands transformation?
The difference between a transition and a transformation is actually on some kind of spectrum. So it requires an organisation to be in a position where it will spend time considering its situation and then scenario plan against risks before they turn up. And in the end, it's looking at what kind of response does the business need to make against the resilience and the preparedness of the company.
And how do you align leadership teams and the broader organisation around a common transformation goal?
What's important is to talk with people and to get them all together. So a shared understanding of what the current situation is, what the implications are, build people in so that they get involved straight away and are part of the process of providing the solution.
And what will delivery excellence look like in the future? And how should businesses be preparing now?
I think looking at the future, delivery excellence is still going to be very much driven by the skill and capability of the people. There's a tremendous amount of media activity describing every form of technical advancement you can imagine, and probably a lot you can't. These are all tools to do a job. And in the end, you need people to wield the tools. So how well prepared the people are to be able to do that is going to be the key issue.
How do you manage cultural resistance when trying to transform delivery in legacy environments?
The leader of the transformation in that situation probably tends to be somewhat more authoritarian at the start because you don't have time. Those who are part of the problem, can you translate them into being part of the solution in the time you have available? And putting those things together, you can have the organisation survive, and then you can start plotting the course forward.
In a disrupted market, how do you avoid reactive decision making and stay focused on the strategic transformation goals?
In the turnaround situation, you can't. You have to deal with the here and now. There's strategy, there's culture, and there is implementation of the strategy. Now, these things must overlap. And if you have antagonism between any one of those two, then you're in trouble. Culture is the one which will take longest to deal with. So if we initiate the strategy tomorrow, is it likely to fly, or have we got problems? If it's looking a bit iffy in terms of not enough overlap, then you really do have to start the process of understanding the culture, and that means investing more time and effort. But you can't do that until you've sorted out the cash and you've really decided the business is not going to fall over.
How do you foster a culture that's not just tolerant of change, but thrives in it?
Involving people, listening to what people have to say, recognising everybody can make a contribution. Change is worrying for people. So getting people to the point where they think it's wonderful, and they'll do that by feeling like they can make a contribution and they're more in control of what they do, and they understand what their part in the total process is.
Finally, where do you think most organisations will succeed or fail in their transformation efforts over the next 3 to 5 years?
The people. It will continue to be the differentiator between a successful business and one that's going to die. Eventually it'll wither and die. And that's having the people that are switched on, willing to learn, happy to try and make the change, really interested in understanding what's going on.
And looking ahead, what emerging disruption do you think will drive the next wave of transformation?
I'd take two views. One is the geopolitical and international economic situation. The other thing that's going to be relevant to us is the interaction between living things and and various forms of technology, the growth and development of people and their skill sets. Hooking all that lot together is about as good as you can get, I think, to surviving and benefiting from anticipated change.
Well, Tony, thank you so much for spending some time with me this afternoon. There is a lot to consider and a lot to unpack with transformation during disruptive times, but great to speak with you today. Thank you again for your time.
It's a real pleasure. Thank you very much indeed for inviting me along.